But what I didn't know then that I do know now is that Herringstones, that brand, that family value and that family brand and the storyline behind that is actually what the growth is all about. You know, that's what people connect to. That's what gives you the algorithm pushes, and that's what gives you the followers, and that's what makes people engage. But during that time, that's not how I saw it. So now I understand that.
Welcome to Waiting Tables Podcast, sponsored by Briscato Law, where we share stories of people in our community who live to serve others.
Second one. I think it's the second one.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Forgot y'all to do that
It's real
too.
life.
HK has a little ear infection. She has those. I don't know if we want to talk about that, but
Well, I mean, it happens. Here, let me pour you some more of that. I think you probably need some more. You earned it. So I got this wine from Tenori's.
are we started?
I don't know. I think we're just who cares? Anyway,
We've started. Okay.
we've been started.
All right,
We've been
so-
started since the medical issues.
So are we gonna do like an introduction first?
I don't know. Was it anything?
'Kay.
Like this, but I got this from Tenori's.
Yeah.
And it's from Italy, as you requested. I was like,
Did he tell you that? He said, I want us to drink some wine. What's your preference? And I was like, from Italy.
as long as it's Italian, she doesn't care.
Yeah. It has to be Italian.
And then I was like, red or white, and she said, well, it'll be during the day, so of course white. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for having me in your fancy
Yeah.
office.
I don't know about fancy.
Turned a bank into an attorney's office. Did pretty good.
No, I just need to figure out how to turn an attorney's office into a bank. But So, I don't know. Do you want to give like an intro for yourself, or
Yep.
should I tell the world how important you are? I think everybody already knows. Actually,
think?
I think you're. Well, yeah, but
Well, since I'm your only fan who's come to your first podcast and we're going to have like one view, then you're probably right. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. No, I kind of feel honored to be on your podcast,
well, thank you.
John. I'm Hanna from Herringstones, but it feels good to be here. First of all,
What's your? You say from Herringstones. What's your?
my title,
Your formal.
my
Like
formality.
Do people call you the queen, or like what is that?
Yeah, I mean, I go by that. I go by queen. I don't really like princess, but I like queen. Yeah, that works for me.
You spent the first half of your life being princess.
No, never heard of that.
Oh, really?
I feel like I've always been the queen. I mean, some may differ from that, but I feel like I definitely have always been the queen.
So, what does your mom call you?
Queen boss Hanna.
Okay.
That's a big joke. No, for real. So I do hold the title of CEO of Herringstones. Yep.
It's pretty fancy.
It is fancy. I know. We finally went to ChatGPT and asked it what I should be called, and they gave me that name.
It's a good name.
Yeah, thank you. And you're the CEO as well.
I don't know. I think Cassie's the CEO.
That is true. And she's the queen. I did tell Cassie, though, that I will be the queen and she can be the princess. Because if we're going to hang in the same circle, that I have to be hierarchy.
Oh, there has to be clear boundaries established.
She did agree when
She
I was
submitted.
pouring her drink and serving her. She
We're in the
agreed to
court
this
of-
conversation.
Laverne.
That is it. Yeah. But we go back a long ways.
Yeah, I know. It's been, like 5 minutes since I've seen you, but you've been in town this week, so there's
Yeah, I know. It's been a good week.
that. It has been.
Cassie asked me if I wanted to move back to Monroe. No. It's a no. It's a big no.
What?
I love coming to visit, though.
But
I really do like coming. And you know what's crazy? I was at Hotel Monroe today, actually, and there was a man upstairs. We were doing a photo shoot for Herringstones. And
what's Herringstones again? This episode is brought to you by Herringstones.
But he was there. He said he hasn't been in town in like 20 years. But he was like so impressed with downtown and how much it's grown. And I do agree, because every time I do come back in town, there's like something new and fresh. And it's really exciting to see how progressive Monroe has come since I've moved away. I've been gone for 16 years, August 1st.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I know. Good times.
And then you left, and what? So when you were in Monroe, or you grew up where?
So I actually grew up in West Monroe, because West Monroe is the best Monroe. I don't know if you knew that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Have you ever?
I mean, I'm not going to challenge your statement.
You did say I was the queen. I think I heard that right.
I didn't. I'm not saying you're wrong.
I'm just saying that West Monroe is the best Monroe, and that's actually where I come from.
So are you like from Balkanville, or was it like which?
I'm not, but Princess Cassie I think is.
Please snort. That's amazing. She says that she's from a suburb of
Balkanville.
Yeah.
I think she rides the fine
Not
line.
quite Balkanville exactly.
Oh gosh.
Proper.
No, born and raised in West Monroe, and went to West Monroe High School. Graduated from there, and then went to ULM, which is where we met. We had some marketing classes together.
We did. We had a bunch of classes
Yep.
together.
Some good times back at ULM, and then graduated ULM in 2009. Moved to Lafayette in August of. So I graduated May of 2009. Moved to Lafayette in August of 2009, and then opened up Herringstones, which is our family business, in April of 2010.
So, in where? In Lafayette?
In Lafayette, in the heart of Lafayette, in River Ranch. Are you familiar with Lafayette at all?
I mean, like, only because of travel baseball.
Gotcha. Yeah, because y'all have been to the Youngsville.
Yes.
Yes. So Youngsville is
And
where
yet
I actually reside.
There's near a. That's not River Ranch.
No. So like you have Lafayette, and then there's River Ranch, which is like the more progressive area of Lafayette. So
It's like a really nice,
It is.
well-developed.
Correct.
Like it's almost like like the people that live there almost live like in a mall.
Yes,
Right?
exactly. And they ride their golf carts. They walk everywhere. But you have the Rouse's Market, and then you have the shopping center, which is where we're located. And what's crazy is whenever I moved to Lafayette, River Ranch is where I wanted to be. But it was new. It was up and coming. There was only one little development, and then at the time that I had moved, they were actually in the building process of what we have now. And actually joined, I don't know if you know this, but I actually was in the oil field sales when I first moved here.
I bet you killed it.
Well, let me just tell you this story. This is a good one.
Okay.
So 6 months in oil field sales, and this is the only reason why I went out, because if I was stayed in the way I was going, I mean, I was in the right direction. But for several months, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But I would drive my red BMW that said Hanna on my license plate.
I remember that car.
You remember that?
I remember one time I was in Vicksburg, headed back from law school. I was like, it's probably 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
And you were in front of me. And I called you that day. And we had like an hour and a half long phone call.
I think I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah. And then you forgot all about it. And then I
did.
reminded about it all the time. And you just...
I love that about me, though.
That's sweet that you remember these things, John. I wrote that one off. Sorry.
And who are you again? Just joking. But yeah, no. So I was in oilfield sales, and I got this gig, and we sold soap to the rigs, and I had to drive to Shreveport, where the Haynesville Shell is. And that's where I would go to these oilfield rigs in my red BMW with my name on the back that said Hanna. And I would drive on the gravel road. And then I would get out and I'd have my steel toe boots on with my hard hat.
Or did you have like a scarf on too? Like kind of like you're dressed up right now?
I did not. I think I had on like North Face or something. It wasn't good. Oh God, yeah. So that's what happened. It got me, and I would go look in the mirror, and I'd be like, "What happened? Who is she? I don't even know you anymore."
Yeah.
And then I hit a big deal in Shreveport, a big one.
Like
And the
you
company
struck
I worked
oil?
for, the company I worked after all the boudin I delivered and all the donuts I delivered and my fancy hat and boots and my red BMW with my name on the back of it, driving down the gravel road, I landed a big one. And I went back to the company and I said, this is how much they want. And they could not supply the demand
Wow.
at all. And so that's whenever I was like, nope, this ain't for me. So then in that process is whenever I saw River Ranch developing and I would try to go shop. I didn't really, it's crazy, but I didn't really know how to shop. And I don't actually like to shop, to be quite honest with you. But I would go in the stores. First of all, everything would be at full retail price. And that just was a little odd. So
You weren't used. You
I
weren't
was
used
not
to.
used to full price.
Yeah.
And so, and then I would like try to put things together. I don't know. I just lost my groove. And I started looking around in the developments and I was like, God, I could totally see a store here. Like, I think it would be so much fun. And then it would get me connected in the community and stuff like that. So I'll never forget it was 2 a.m., which is usually now to this day when I start thinking about my next big project. I was like, I think I want to open up a boutique. At the time, I didn't know it would be a Herringstone's, but so I remember
You were
thinking
thinking about going like against the family, like.
well, we
what were
only
you
had
gonna do?
one
Like,
store
open
at
up
that time, so it's like, and it was a
competing
very,
brand store or
I
something.
mean, at the time, I was like, that's my mom and Aunt Cindy's store. So maybe I'll just open up a store. I just didn't really know. I was 22 years old. I just didn't really know. And so I
So
remember
you didn't like have your eye on the CEO position from day one.
not on
like-
day one. No, I don't know what I had my eye on, actually. I think I just had my eye on getting out of oil field sales. So,
You're avoiding pain.
exactly. So I remember calling my mom the next day when I woke up and I was like, hey, I really think that a store would do well here. There's just not that many boutiques around. And it's a very progressive area. And she was like, okay, well, like, what's your thoughts? And I was like, I don't really know, but I think it would be awesome. And she's like, well, what would you call it? And I'm like, I have no idea. There's actually not one name that comes to mind. And so I kind of pondered on it for like a half a minute. And I said, why don't we just expand the family brand? Like, does that make sense? Because then I needed to have a hand to hold along the road, you know? And she was like, okay, that sounds amazing. And so my grandfather, Leon Melatella, at the time, he is definitely the entrepreneur of entrepreneurs in our family. And at the time, he was doing really well and he liked to invest in different projects and stuff. So I did have that awesome opportunity. So I went to him and threw the idea out. And of course, it was a big yes. So that was the end of December of 2009. I went to market in January of 10 and I opened 3 months later. I signed my contract, I think, on my birthday when I turned 23. Like, I was signing my life away. And I did. I signed my life away. And through my entire 20s, that's what I did. All my friends were traveling. They were going skiing and living their best 20-year-old
Making
life.
families and stuff.
Actually, I think I was one of the ones who first got married at 25. All my other friends,
That was going to be my next question, by the way.
yeah, they literally were living their best lives. And I was working my little soul away. But, you know, it all pays off in the end. But yeah, no, so that's what everybody always asks is how did I meet my husband, Jared? Because he's from South Louisiana and the New Iberia area. And I opened my store April 2010. And 1 month later, I met Jared. So
Did y'all meet at church or what?
you act like you know him.
I mean,
Of course we met at church. At the front pew, in the middle, center, front row. Oh, Lord. Yeah, no, we didn't. I wish we would have met at church.
probably wouldn't have met.
We would not have. Oh, my God. No, it's a funny story because I actually saw him across Bonefish Restaurant one time. That's like where everybody would hang out on Thursday nights. And I had the hardest time, like, not finding somebody. I wasn't really looking, but I was like, where are all the men? Like, I just was not, it was just different, you know? And so I remember seeing him across the restaurant.
Did it feel different in Monroe or West Monroe, as it were?
I just remember being in West Monroe and there was like no shortage of hot guys. Like, I mean, maybe it's where I was looking. Not really sure. I was definitely a cleat chaser. So I was looking on the baseball and football fields, let's be honest. But I was like, where are all the cleats at 23 years old, you know?
So you married a professional baseball player.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
Yep. I was like, he wore cleats before. It's like I just knew from the way his shoulders were so broad at the restaurant/bar.
or church or whatever.
But yeah. And then a month later, so I'm not very like forward. So I definitely did not go and introduce myself at all. But I did notice him. And then a month later, we were at Rhythms on the River, which is in Lafayette. It's like a Thursday night thing. And they have live music and Zydeco. And it's just a very like Cajun atmosphere. Mm-hmm. That's where I would start meeting people. So I would go to River Ranch. It was in River Ranch. And every Thursday I would look forward to it because that's where I would like go and, you know, network and stuff. And I saw him. And I'll never forget, he had on gray high waters and a gray button up that was way too tight and some fake Ray-Bans, I'm pretty sure, with some gray loafers, I think. It was like all gray. Like it just seems like all gray. And I think he laid in the tanning beds at that time, so he was really dark. But for whatever reason, I was like, it's him. And then anyways, we ended up meeting that night, and I'm not joking. He got my phone number, and we have never broken up a day in our life. We probably should have multiple times, but we have never broken up. So yeah, so we dated for 2.5 years. He proposed, and then we got married a year later. So anyways.
I think he's an amazing guy. He's an awesome guy.
He is a fun guy. He's a
Would
fun
you
guy.
Describe him as a Cajun?
He is a true coon-ass.
Like, help me.
He is a straight up coon-ass.
Like, he even talks like
a Cajun. Yeah.
How do you describe the way he speaks? It's like a Cajun accent, but there's like it's like shorthand or something. You know?
It's like broken French. Broken English French.
Yeah.
It's like without being French.
It's like faster or something.
It's faster, and then there's like, they shorten the words.
Yeah.
I started doing that as well. So like you'll catch me saying phrases that absolutely do not make sense until I listen back and I'm like, I didn't finish the sentence,
or the word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You'll start catching it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, if you're around him a little while, like you start doing it, it's sort of like a.
But what's funny is when he's around all of us and he comes to North Louisiana, he starts slanging things out, and he'll do this whole. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, boy," and he'll go. That was his version of making fun of the way that we speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, he's a good one. He's a great dad. He works hard. He was a good one. So I finally found the right cleats.
Well, my whole family loves him, so.
Well, he loves all of y'all as well.
He's great.
He is. He's a good time. He's definitely a party.
He knows how to have a good time.
He knows how to
have a funny moment. Like, I can't.
You think it's funny?
Like, there's like all these little funny moments, and you're over there like getting pissed off, and he's like cracking everybody up.
I'm literally hot. Like the heat just rises.
It's like the other night with the dog coming in, you know.
Yeah, but you knew what he was doing, right? It's like he would act like he didn't know the dog was coming in.
You were accusing him of that, and I'm not saying that he wasn't doing it.
I know exactly
I'm just saying it wasn't
what he was
obvious to me that.
I know exactly what he was doing. He was letting the dog in because he knew the kids would cry, and he, in his little head, after a couple vodka drinks that your wife poured him, very heavily handed, he thought that it was hysterical that the kids would cry every time the dog would come in. And so I know him. He like turns like childlike. And then he's like, I think this will be hilarious.
It's
over
like childlike,
and over
like
again.
A precious angel that he is?
No.
Or?
No. Like that bad 4-year-old who gets kicked out of school.
I got you.
Like that.
So you're the CEO of Herringstones.
Yes. Okay. I am.
So what
does that consist of?
What is Herringstones? Like, well, let me ask this: What did Herringstones start out as, and what is it today?
Well,
because I think that's really like I don't know the whole like I'm like on the edge of my seat to whatever you're about to say. Like I know some of it, I know I don't know it all, but I think it's like phenomenal, by the way.
Well,
so
thanks,
congratulations. Before you say whatever you're about to say, you might tell me to go get lost or something, but
Maybe.
congratulations. I think it's amazing.
Well, thank you.
But okay, please
Okay.
answer my questions.
Okay. Well, I will say that my mom and Aunt Cindy, which you absolutely should have on your show, because I think that would be funny and fun. They
I wonder
start
if they'll make me serve them Italian wine.
for sure. They
By the
probably
way,
won't.
this is
really good.
This is Glacier.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. This
Shout
is
out
your-
to my dad.
Your
and
dad's
Glaciers.
wine.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a really good Grigio. I appreciate it.
I forgot to tell you that part. I was like, I need an Italian wine, and make sure Blake Harrington sells it.
I think he will love that. He definitely would appreciate that because that is the only wine we drink from Italy.
Must be Italian.
You did get the inside joke on that, though, right?
Of course I did.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I mean, if we need to call out those people, we will.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
No. Okay, so back to your question.
What did Herringstone start out to be?
Well,
And then what is it today?
okay, so 36 years in the making. I mean, we're approaching 40 years. Isn't that wild of a business? That's like unheard of these days. But I give that credit all to my mom and Aunt Cindy. I mean, they started it when they were in their mid-20s. I think it was a passion of my mom's. My Aunt Cindy was actually a school, like in education, and she was working for one of the energy companies. I forget the name of it, around town. And Mom said, would you be interested in going and being my partner in this? Like, it was a passion. My mom was already working at the the space they're in today, still on Forsyth Avenue. They've been there the whole entire time. And she said, would you like to come in with me? Like, have an opportunity. They're selling. And Aunt Cindy said,
So was
yes.
it a different business first?
It was. And that would have to be a question for them because I absolutely lost my mind and don't
I didn't
remember
know-
the name of it
I
prior.
didn't know that.
It was. And my mom actually worked there. So she was an employee there. And I think the opportunity came to sell. They changed the name, called it Herringstones because it's Debbie Harrington, Cindy Stone. And that was kind of the beginning of their whole gig. And they can get into more of what they sold and all the linens and all the brands that was, popular back in those days. But I was 2 when Mom started it. So I've literally been born and raised in the business. I've known nothing different at all. And I have seen them. Like, I remember they had that Forsyth Avenue location has been their bread and butter and their main location. But I've seen them try to expand and try to grow the business. They went to the mall. Y'all know the mall in West Monroe. I don't remember the name of it. It's like right there.
There's a mall. There's a mall in West Monroe?
A West Monroe mall, but y'all probably never crossed the river.
Like, I didn't even know West Monroe has other stores.
Well, I mean, it's the best Monroe. So like, but you probably didn't cross the Washita River if I had to guess.
I mean, maybe if we went to Outback or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyways, you wouldn't know about the mall in West Monroe, but there was one.
Okay. Where was it at?
It was on, I haven't been here in Glenwood Mall. The Glenwood Mall.
The Glenwood Medical Mall?
It wasn't medical before. It was a mall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was that whole strip. You know the whole strip?
Yes,
But what is
I
that
know,
exit
okay.
right there?
Thomas
Road. Sorry for the people listening. I haven't
See,
been
I
here
do
in
know
16
West
years
Monroe.
and I forget the names.
You're the one that's forgotten your roots.
I have forgotten the routes. So Thomas Road has it used to be a shopping center. So that was the second location of Herringstones. And I think it was just, maybe West Monroe wasn't the best at that time. And it just,
What?
that mall just, it wasn't a thriving mall. So I think that was a short-lived situation. So they went to the Monroe Mall, and they were there for a little while. So that was the other second location. And that was
Well, did it exist
tough.
at the same time that the West Monroe Mall?
That would be a question for them. I can't
Okay.
remember that exactly. I feel like there was a crossover though.
Did you ever work there growing up? Like,
I
you said
was
36.
I
How old
was
were
too
you?
young when they had those locations, the second ones. I was too young, but I do remember like going in there. I remember like hangers and all that kind of stuff.
Like folding clothes?
No, for sure not. Maybe messing them up, but like I just remember like being behind the counter, like playing with hangers or something.
Yeah.
But I do remember them vividly having those and like walking through the mall, like to go to the stores, you know. But those were very like short-lived. They weren't longevity there, but they always maintained that one location. And I think that's what became kind of difficult is like they had this thriving store on Forsyth and then trying to kind of like expand because that was always like in their passion. And it just became tough. So those were during some of their tougher years. And so later on down the road, yes, I did work at the store in the back, like wrapped gifts through high school. I was very involved in dancing and cheerleading, so I didn't have much extra time to like work. But and then I got into college, and that's how I paid my bills was through college. Funny fact is my Aunt Cindy's actually the one who taught me how to balance a checkbook.
Really?
Yes. So she would help me learn how to balance my checkbook in college because I would pay my rent and then my few little bills that I had, and then I would actually collect, or she would collect the rent that we had at the house. Because funny fact, on Millhaven, I know Cassie asked me this the other day. She didn't realize I lived on Millhaven during college. That was actually my Aunt Cindy's and my Uncle Scott's first house because my Uncle Scott owned that home. That was his family home.
Okay.
And then they like went to West Monroe. And
so that's where he grew up?
that was his family home.
Okay.
And then my grandfather ended up buying it and using it as a rental house, but my Aunt Cindy managed it. And so we moved in. And so like he bought it and then we moved in and then we lived there for 4 years and I had roommates. It was so fun. I had like the pool. All the cleats came over. It was so fun. And and then Cody, my Aunt Cindy's oldest son, he ended up living there when he went to college for 4 years. So it was awesome because it was like a family home.
Yeah.
And we were able to
all the cousins got to experience it.
And that was one of my grandfathers.
Cody's younger than you, right?
He is by 7 years, something like that.
I'm like, we're the same age, right?
Well, it depends on how old you are.
I don't want to say your age.
Well, I don't care.
I don't
I'm
know.
38.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, you're younger than I am.
Oh, you're older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, duh. I could tell. I just didn't want to say anything. Just joking. I'm definitely younger than Cassie, and that's all that matters. But I still sit in the hierarchy position because we agreed on that. It was verbal. I think you should put that in some contract, though, like a legal contract for me and Cassie, just for future references, in case things get a little weird.
In case there's a little power struggle.
That's it.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure everybody's clear where we stand. And it's not about birthdays. Even though I hear a birthday's coming up.
That's right. I think. I don't know. That's
a big one. A big birthday's coming up for the wifey.
Whose birthday is it?
Oh, really? I thought you had some big diamonds coming, like a new wedding ring.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she can go from like 4 carats to, 6 or something.
What is this? Like, what does she think she is? Melania Trump or something?
Basically. She's like the Melania of Monroe. Thank God I don't live here.
Monroe
though.
Melania, I like that.
Thank God I don't live here. It'd be like
there's some alliteration.
It would be like
nice.
the queen of, I don't know, some really awesome country.
I like that.
And she would have
President
to compete
Trump's
with me. It would be so challenging.
First name is now like an adjective.
Oh gosh. Okay, where are we at on this storyline? I feel like I need to speed it up.
I think you need to say, there we go, that Cassie is in here with y'all. So
Okay.
you can.
So then we're not talking behind her
I
back?
think
Yeah,
Cassie
yeah.
needs to appear on screen. Like, there's my lovely wife.
Look, there she is. Look, there she is.
There's the Monroe Melania. Do you think
I'm only
do you
talking
think
shit
that my
about
wife-
Casey. Oh, wrong one.
Do you think my wife would let me like have a one-on-one drinking conversation with a beautiful woman such as yourself
She
without
absolutely.
supervision?
She absolutely would. I'm the one who dragged her over here. Yeah, she was with the kids. And then I was like, hey, are you going to come with me to John's office?
I didn't invite her.
I invited her. I would really wanted her to be on the podcast with us, but she was raising kids today, mine included.
Yeah. And she was like, yeah, Hannah had all this time to do her makeup, and I haven't had any time to do makeup. So,
Well, that is a true statement because I brought my whole makeup bag.
like, you had a photo shoot today.
Well, I wasn't in the photo shoot. I was behind the scenes. But like
Oh, I
every
didn't know
chance I
that.
saw a mirror, I'd be like, oh, concealer. And then I'd be like, oh, mascara. I even had a chance to put my lashes on. It was a great day. but it took like 6 hours.
Well, you know,
If you see the behind the scenes of our photo shoot today, you'll
need to
see the
go-
progression.
your lashes look fantastic, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
But you know, Avenue Studio and Spa.
Oh, plug.
Allison
Plug.
is freaking awesome.
Well, I was
Like,
looking at Cassie's lashes,
need to,
and I was wondering I do lashes. That's the things that you should really hook me up with, because, I mean, when I come into town, I need like glam, and it's just a little challenging when I have to do it myself.
I mean, Allison Avenue.
Okay,
Down
Allison at Avenue. Down
Allison's
with it.
awesome.
I love that y'all opened up a hair salon here in Monroe.
So what I would call it is we vertically integrated my wife's salon habit.
That is the smartest financial decision that one can do, though. I mean, props, because I do think that just doing acquisitions where you can just keep it all in the same
We have like
checkbook.
a little ecosystem now, you know, and
It works.
We just live together in a commune, and
It works.
you know,
And then you have your little trophy wife right next to you looking like a dime at all times. The Princess of Monroe.
wait, I thought she was the queen. Wait a
No,
minute.
I'm
wait,
the queen.
Oh, wait, but you don't. But you're not in.
Yeah, but she
Monroe.
can't be queen then princess. I mean, she's got to pick a title. When I come in, it's queen.
I'm good. As long as she keeps, serving me like she does, I'm good. Yeah, that's right.
So good.
If only I could have, like, instead of doing Avenue, if only I could have just bought some stock in herringstones. That either way would have been.
Hey, that is an
the quality-
ecosystem that would actually work really well for
like,
you.
I promise you,
You can
like,
buy some stock. We're always, taking extra revenue.
that would be like capital. It'd be
Yeah,
like
but you're-
capital raise.
Yeah.
That's not revenue.
Well, I mean, I know what you
I mean, you
but-
went to business school. You should know.
I know,
these things.
you're right. It was a lot. I went to business and then I had marketing as my little side piece. So, which has come in handy now after all these years.
Well, you've done a good job. Like, how many followers do you guys have on Instagram?
On Instagram, I think we're like close to 60,000, and on Facebook, we're like around like 75.
That's stupid. Like, how in the world? Like,
Well, I mean, it took a lot of work.
do you
but
know them all by name?
Of course, I do. Yes.
I mean, that's amazing.
Absolutely, we know them all by name.
60,000
We're like DMing
individuals.
every single one. Like, hey, girl. No, yeah.
Or it's not all girls though, right? I mean, like,
There's probably some dudes for sure. I have no doubt with all the pretty girls on there. No, we do have a great little following, but I'm sure you can relate too. You're always
I don't
wanting,
know if I can relate to 60,000.
like it's like I feel like when you hit the 100K, like things are just like kicking. I feel like we're in like a little drought of growth on the gram. But we're trying to figure it out, like to figure out how to get more engagement and how to like really increase the followers. I feel like at one point when we really grew, there was like lots of great algorithms happening on Instagram. And so we're just waiting for that next big algorithm.
So,
boom.
So back to my question, which you started telling a story, and then I've been interrupting you.
Yeah, we're like
purposely.
a bunch of squirrels around here,
So
which is how I live.
you kind of said
Squirrel.
where Herringstone started, but where's it at now? So
we picked-
talk about your transition from like oil field worker to CEO of.
It took me a minute to get to the CEO level, though. I'll be honest. So we opened in April 2010, and I'm not gonna lie, things were really good. Like, we opened that store. I didn't really know a lot of people in town, and the first couple months were amazing. Like, the people I did know really came and supported. The word got around. It was new. It was fresh. And then in June of 2010 was the oil spill, which really
the BP oil.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that really, really, really affected the forecast of what I was projecting for that first year of business. And I am like, I try not to get too deep into things, but I am very transparent we've had lots of highs and lows in this business. So I'm very transparent on the lows because I think that's what actually gets you to your next high. It's also what makes you humble, and it's also what gives you the growth that you have. And during that phase, it's like I opened and I was like, oh, yes, this is it. And then that happened, and it was tough. Like, it was real tough. And what I thought was gonna be, it shifted. And so we have to buy inventory well in advance of actually receiving it.
Which means you're in really the business of forecasting.
That's it.
Like you're
but we had nothing to forecast.
You're
we
a
had
retail therapy forecaster.
That is correct. And we had 60 days to forecast a whole year, and that's not ideal. But you know kind of typically from having a business in Monroe that we get slower in the summer times, and then fall picks up, and then, like we kind of know the waves of retail. But I was new, and I'll be honest, like my mom and Aunt Cindy, they wrote everything on tickets. Like the way that they ran their business was very old school. That was pre-point of sale systems, and that was pre-Facebook, and like
do they even have the what's the little scan thing that you like?
No.
What do you call
they didn't
those
have a
things?
computer.
Those codes, the little
barcodes.
Barcodes.
No.
They didn't have that?
No. They had a tag that they would get a Sharpie and write the price. And so it was very, like, I remember my mom having like a little black book, and she would write, like, she had all of her years of business in
So
this
where do we
book. She
get
probably
these
still
tags?
has it. Right? Exactly. Now you're like, what can we? Everything is very clear now. It's too clear. But she would have a little book where she would keep track of like year after, like month, like she would keep every day, every month, every year tallied up in sales. And so she would refer back to everything in a book. And
Like an almanac.
basically, it's like a
Herringstone's
Herringstone's almanac. And she probably still has that. We would need to ask her, but I bet she can pull that out.
It'll be in a Herringstone's museum one day.
Literally. And so that's what they did prior to 2010. So whenever I opened up the store, we got our first ever point of sale system. And so all those were new things. Like I had never had a point of sale. They had never had a point of sale. So it was a new beginning of a Herringstone's, and we had to change everything. We did start using barcodes, but what's crazy is like they didn't kick in the Monroe location just yet. They let me figure it out, and then we got them on board, because that was a transition for them, a huge transition. And so I'll never forget like tagging. Oh, man.
Was it like, did you feel like you had to like convince them that they needed to do that, or did they just sort of like, oh wow, this is great?
They've always been really great about the changes. They always give. We had a conversation the other day actually, and I was like, I have a big idea, and I know what the face is going to be every time, because they do this. They're like, what now? And I was like, it's going to be so good though. It's going to be really good. We had a meeting the other morning, and I was like, oh my God, I think this is the perfect time to let y'all know what I've been planning. But anyway, so every time I come up with it, they do these little bug eyes, and then they're like, okay, yeah. So it takes a minute for them to shift.
I can imagine maybe not so much your mom.
It's Aunt Cindy. That's the one I vividly see.
I can see Cindy doing that.
Yeah, I vividly see her eyes. Oh, okay,
all right.
But she's a yes girl, so she's like, okay, whatever. I know whatever you're gonna do is gonna be great.
We'll make it work.
We're gonna make it work. Yeah. And my mom is that type. She's like, yes, yeah. Like she's ready. She wants to do the next thing. So anyways, yes, it was a transition, but it was, part of it or whatever. But anyways, back to the oil spill, things shifted. And so what I was thinking would happen was it wasn't. So, and then we overbought inventory. So that was my big first lesson on buying, and overindulged in lots of buying issues, made lots and lots and lots and lots of mistakes. I overbought in denim in a very major way. Do y'all remember when like it was True Religion 7 jeans? God, what was some of the other ones? We had them all of, and a lot of Fidelity. A lot of
Fidelity.
Fidelity. They're still in business.
I don't know that.
But the premium denim was hot on the shelves, and I totally overcommitted to that, and it put me in a little financial situation to work my way through that. And it took me a couple years to work myself out of that, but that's how I learned the business, truthfully. And it was
like a mistake.
A huge mistake.
Ultimately, a mistake is
Huge.
what
Huge
gave
mistake.
you the education.
That's it.
You needed.
Yeah, I'm sure you can relate to that. It's like, dang it.
Really.
Oh, you don't make mistakes. Yeah. I mean, who would at an attorney's office? Like, as a lawyer, I mean, y'all do everything right. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I can totally relate. Yeah. But anyways.
I mean, let me just say this. Let my hair down a little bit. I have made so many stupid mistakes in my life. Like,
there's one you did not make, though.
My spouse.
Mary and Cassie.
You're exactly right about that.
I mean,
That's something I got right. But you know what?
that is something you got right.
I made some mistakes along the way.
Hey, it's part of it though,
Yep,
right? It
yep.
is just part of the roller coaster ride. It's what makes us great. But yeah, so that was the beginning of the career. And then probably 6-7 years in, about 5 years in, I was ready for more. I get really bored really quickly. And so once I got it all figured out and I figured out how to run the back end of the business, I always knew the front end of the business. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
I knew the front end of the business. I knew customer service.
Dealing
I
with
knew
the
how to
customers,
style.
dealing with the public.
That's right. That's what I knew. That's what I understood. Nobody ever taught me what happened back in the back. Like that was my mom and them. That's what they did, but I didn't understand the depth of that.
Yeah.
You know, the depth of actually running the business and how to. So that was something I learned. I learned by failure and mistakes, and my mom and Aunt Cindy helped me along the way, but they were learning as well because it was all new. It was a new way of doing business. Everything was changing. And so we all did it. We did it simultaneously. And so over the years, I had Claire Kostelka, who's from here, and she went to St. Fred's. Actually, she's younger
her-
than you are.
It's her dad.
Bob Kostelka.
Yeah, the
the
judge
senator.
and
He was the senator.
senator.
Yep, exactly. And she shopped with us all through her growing up years in Monroe. A huge supporter of Herringstones, and she worked for me all 4 years of her college days. And she went on and pursued her education. And then she came back and she was like, I can't do this education anymore. I said, well, you hit me at the perfect time. I'm interested in expanding, and I want to do it out in Sugar Mill Pond in Youngsville because I knew what the projections were out there. And it was a 10-year...
What is Youngsville? I don't know. what you're talking
Youngsville
about.
is a suburb of Lafayette, Louisiana. That's actually where I live. And Sugar Mill Pond is a great residential area, and they have now have these local businesses that has really made the community thrive. And it's one of the top places to live in Louisiana. Like, do your homework. It's on the maps. But they have now built Youngsville Sports Complex that draws a lot of people. They're going to be building hotels out there very soon.
So, like, when we would go to Lafayette, or Youngsville, we would be, like, playing at that ballpark.
That's right.
sometimes.
Y'all were there.
Yeah.
And so y'all were at one of the restaurants
Yeah.
During that time, right down the street from in the same complex as our Youngsville location. But I saw it very early on. So we've been there for almost 8 years now. And it was definitely on the front stages of their development. And we are still very deep into the development. It's not fully developed yet. But it's a great little community. And so our store the community supports our store so well out there. It's totally different than the Lafayette atmosphere, which is very interesting and intriguing. But I asked her, I said, would you be interested in coming on board? And she said, yes, sign me up, when? And so it just kind of all fell into place. So she became a partner and she bought in. And at the time I was still young and learning on how to that's whenever I was like, I want to have lots of stores. I want to franchise. I want to do this. But Herringstone seemed so family oriented. And so at that time, I didn't grasp the full brand of what we could do as a family, like in selling the family brand. At that time, I felt like we needed to kind of come up with something else that seemed more commercial.
Like to try to be more like Dillard's or something?
Or just a little bit more like where we could expand. In my head, I thought expand meant do a spinoff that wasn't so family branded at this particular time. And so that's where we came up with heirloom, which means something of value passed down from generation to generation. So, and even in the heirloom, it's like capital H, capital L, because that's Hanna Laverne. I wasn't a Harrington anymore. So like that was my spin to like kind of do something bigger and broader than where we came from in a sense. And that's where Claire bought in on that. And then she wasn't family. So it was just kind of easier in my mind to start fresh in that direction. But what I didn't know then that I do know now is that Herringstones, that brand, that family value and that family brand and the storyline behind that is actually what the growth is all about. You know, that's what people connect to. That's what gives you the algorithm pushes, and that's what gives you the followers, and that's what makes people engage. But during that time, that's not how I saw it. So now I understand that. So I thought that heirloom would be the one that we would like go and expand
and make it into some kind of
some other direction.
like
and I always thought about like the
stores in
Hilton. You know
London and
how like be like
Paris.
by Hilton, like from the hotels. That's kind of how I thought heirloom by Herringstones. That's where I was like, the Hilton does it. The Embassy Suites by Hilton.
yeah.
that's kind of where I was like, ooh, a little spin-off, you know? And then those are the
See.
ones that you kind of see fluttering everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So that was kind of like my thought process. But now, fast forward, and we've opened Youngsville, Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge, we named Herringstones because my sister was a part of it. So I was like, family. And then Bethany Dodd in Homa reached out. She was interested. She was one of our customers for a long time in our Baton Rouge. No, I'm sorry, in our Lafayette location. And she reached out. And she was like, I want a store in Homa. I see the need of it here. I love y'all's brand. And so we gave her the heirloom opportunity. And so that kind of gave us our 5 brick and mortar stores. Through the midst of all this, I've grown an e-commerce store. That's a whole nother topic of discussion. But with the brick and mortar stores and everybody kind of involved, now we have the 5 brick and mortar. But what's so interesting is right now we're actually in conversations on naming everybody Herringstones.
Oh, really?
Yes, because we find it so valuable that Herringstones is the brand. Because now my herringstonesboutique.com, which is the business that I grew with the e-commerce side, that's what people know. That's what you can Google. That's what, now we're going into ChatGPT, another conversation. But like I'm doing strategies with that because when people are searching things through now chat that used to be through Google, it's going to go to Herringstones. Heirloom becomes almost insignificant because Herringstones is so powerful in the brand that we've created at this point. Because several years ago, we started putting the brand in front of everybody. Now my mom's on the grid. Aunt Cindy's on the grid.
I mean, they're like celebrities.
Literally. Like if we go to market, they get stopped everywhere they go. It's so cute. And so they've branded the beginning of Herringstones in present day, which is very intriguing and very exciting. And now we have 3 Herringstones and 2 heirlooms. And to me, to move forward doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah.
So we are.
So is that for sure happening?
That will happen.
So this is your first announcement that this is happening.
This is the first time that a public
announcement.
has ever heard this. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel that's amazing. I feel like
Just as honored as I feel sitting here.
I got the scoop right there. Like
A plug.
I feel like I'm like a reporter or something.
I know. If you keep giving me more wine, there's no telling what I'll say next. But yeah, that's like the longest story I've ever told and didn't even get through the half of it. But
Well, it's because I keep interrupting you.
it's okay. I love a good squirrel moment.
Yeah. I mean,
Keeps me alive.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's where we are today in some capacity. Oh Lordy. And it's been a ride, but honestly, John, it's been a really hard ride. Like, I mean, it looks so fun and glamorous on the outside when you come in and you get to shop and you see pretty clothes but on the backside, it's a grind, it's a hustle. I'm sure anybody who sits in a leadership role or a CEO or
Let me ask you this. What do you see as like Herringstones or Heirloom or like your company's like main offering to the public?
as like what we offer our customers?
Yeah.
I think that what we always go back to, our core values is customer service. And I think that we offer them a small family atmosphere that we want every one of our customers to feel at home when they come and shop. We want to build that rapport that makes you feel like family, because that's how we are. And I mean, as you know, I'm sure just being around us a lot more lately.
Well, my wife has been around you guys like as a customer
for a long time.
for her whole like since you've been in business.
Yeah.
Basically.
She sits up there too. I don't know if you've ever, would you like to see our reports? No.
Oh, I'm sure she's like
I'm not going to show you.
like you keep calling yourself the queen. I'm pretty sure she's the queen of sales.
She is the queen of Herringstones. Let's be real. No, but yes, no. Yeah. So you think about like a Cassie, you know, she comes from a strong family, has the core values that meets our core values.
Mm-hmm.
And those typically are the consumers that we attract.
Why does Cassie shop with you guys? Like take all the other relationship parts.
You know
away.
what, John? I'm going to ask you that. Why does Cassie shop with us?
She shops with you guys because one, she trusts the people that she deals with in your store, which it's not always Debbie or Cindy,
Right.
you know, or even Aaron. Like she trusts the people that work in your store to help her assemble like an outfit for whatever event or whatever evening or just for knocking around stuff.
Vacations.
Whatever, vacations or like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. We recently had something at our house, North Delta Ramble. We had like a party at our house. Your mom and dad were there. And was
Thanks
Cindy,
for the
I
invite.
think Cindy was there. I'm pretty sure you were invited.
I was. I just wanted to throw that.
Yeah. But like before that, she's like over at Herringstone's, like getting dressed. Like somebody's helping her pick out whatever it was that she put on, and it made her feel like she was gonna look good. It made her feel like comfortable, and ultimately, I think the value that she gets is the sense that she's a confidence that she's going to look good, look the best she can look, and she's going to be in something that's going to make her feel comfortable whenever she is at the event or at the, the conversation or whatever, or even church, like when,
Yeah, for sure. So like, I totally hear you and agree with you. And I think that's our number one goal is that women can come and shop with us and
I'll say this, it's not, sorry to interrupt. It's not that you like sell a certain brand of whatever. Although there are brands.
I love that you mentioned that.
There are brands that you sell that she loves. And like, I'm trying to think of the one that she mentioned the other day.
Z Supply.
Z Supply. She loves Z Supply. But it's not like, oh, well, she just has to have Z Supply wherever she goes.
Right.
Like, that's just something that you have that she likes.
Yeah.
But like, it could be like some other random brand or what. Like, it has nothing to do with who the manufacturer of the item is.
Yeah.
It has to do with like how you help her put it together with her outfit or whatever.
What I love about, like, Cassie is an ideal client for us. She's actually in our system as It Girl because we have 5 different avatars, and It Girl is one of those, and she falls into that category.
Okay.
Yes, if you didn't know that.
You're the It Girl.
It Girl.
Great.
And so we have It Girls, okay? We have 5 different avatars. And so we created these avatars based off clients that come into our stores.
Hold on 1 second. Is what I just said accurate?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. But we have these avatars that we've created, and it helps us understand our client. And Cassie's a great example. And we have, tons of clients that fall into different avatars, and one's not any better than the next one. But we have a bougie bestie. Our bougie bestie are our ones who come in and they spend their shopping time with us as therapy time. Mm-hmm. And that is the time that, like...
You sure that's not Cassie?
No, It Girl. Let me tell you the difference between an It Girl and a bougie bestie, okay? Mm-hmm. It Girl don't got time to shop. Okay. It Girl needs it ready. She wants it styled head to toe. She wants you to tell her what to wear for every single event, for every single vacation.
She actually hates shopping.
She doesn't have time to shop. She's a busy mom on the go.
Yeah.
She
goes to you guys to take care of her.
That's exactly right.
Like, she's not going to Dillard's looking to see if she can get a deal.
No, because nobody's gonna have a bag ready for her from styled head to toe.
Yeah.
And be like, here, let me bring this to your car. We'll worry about the rest later. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is the true It Girl. And there are a lot of moms or not moms, it doesn't matter, who are just busy. They're busy. They have a tight schedule. They don't want to go and spend 2 hours in a shop trying on every single thing and talking about it and deciding and all that.
They're also just not interested. She's not interested.
She's not, and she doesn't want to have to decide. She wants to be indecisive. She wants somebody, she's literally said, just trust me, I trust you. And these are my events, and she lets you know how she wants to. The expectations are already known.
So it's
very clear.
So did you agree with my summation of the value, like what she?
Yes, I would. That's why I asked you what your opinion was, because I can say what our goal is every day.
You're saying I nailed it, right?
You did. Yeah. That would be the outcome you were always, because you're an attorney.
All right, so who's Bougie Bestie?
So Bougie Bestie is, I love Bougie Besties because these are the ones who have some time. They really enjoy shopping, and they're bougie, and they
Probably help you select your future inventory.
Sure, because they have time to chit chat about it with you,
Yeah.
and they're in there for hours, and they just got their hair done for the day, and so then it's like they have it all planned. I'm going to get my hair done, and then I'm going to go shopping. And they come in and they hang out. They want to see every single thing on the rack. They want to know about all your new stuff. They want to know how you're putting it together. They want the whole mannequin. They want to try on. They want to come out the dressing room. They want to talk about it. They want you to layer them. Like, these girls are fun. And we train our girls too to understand who an it girl is and who a bougie bestie is. Don't forget we have 5 avatars. So we do that. It's a continuation because everybody's a little different. But these are our top 20% customers. So these are the ones that, we really value. And these are the ones we think about a lot. These are the ones we talk about at market. These are the ones we're in marketing meetings on all of our quarterly meetings that are in discussion. And what would a Cassie like? Because she's going to the country club and she has a vacation and she's going on date night and they have banquets and like that look and what they need a service is different than what a bougie bestie needs a service, but they're wearing the same thing and they're going to the same places,
Yeah.
And so that's really important for us. Avatars are so important. Do you use avatars in your business, or is that not something?
Man, that's like, it's making me think I need, because like I've got in my like for my clientele, there are clientele that like they all have there's consistently personalities that repeat. There are like situations that repeat.
So you could take that. You could spin it.
Like I have avatars, but I also have like avatars that are in different situations.
Sure. So you can spin it. You can literally plug like all this into chat and like, because I'm sure chat knows your business by now, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So
I don't use chat. What's chat? What are you talking about?
Right. ChatGPT. Yeah.
I never use ChatGPT.
Our new life.
Yeah.
But we did go to chat with when we were creating our avatars, and it helped us break it down. But that's what's crazy about building an avatar is that once you know your consumer avatar, you can also build your employee avatars.
I wonder how many people that are going to listen to this
And know what the hell I'm talking about.
don't even know what avatar means.
Oh, should we explain that?
I don't know. Like I'm just thinking about it. Like avatar is like a relatively new word.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the people who wouldn't know what an avatar is, it's whenever you can like definely, like you make it very
Like a discrete definition.
That's right. Of
a personality.
That's right. Exactly. Of a personality. And so what's interesting is like some conferences I've been to, whenever they talk about you have to have one avatar that is your client. I don't believe that. I've heard it a million times, but I cannot truly say that our clientele we have to put in this one category. It's just not accurate. We come from a family business that we serve people who are, my grandmother's 80. She wears everything. She has my whole entire wardrobe in her closet, literally. She styles it differently, but she's 80 years old and I'm 38. You know, we could go from 80 to 15 years old. You cannot have one avatar for that. I'm so sorry, but you cannot. But we can definitely like get it more defined. So that's where we came up with.
But I mean, it's like more than just an age thing too. It's like
it's about the personality.
Yeah.
It 100% is personality, because my grandmother who's 80 is an it girl. Because she don't want to come shop and try on all that stuff. She wants you to have it ready and bagged and perfectly
that's why she has
for her.
your identical wardrobe.
That's exactly right. And you know, and like I might not wear the wide linen pant. I might go with more of a little sleek bottom, but she's gonna have the wide linen pant. But she trusts us to put that together. But she's an it girl, so she still falls in the same category as a Cassie, or I would be considered.
What would you be?
I would be an it girl of all it girls, queen it girl.
You're the queen of
I just wanted to make sure Cassie knew that.
You're like, I bet like if we were to do like a personality test that like she did this personality test. It's what's it called? Yeah. It's like it. And it gives you like all these strengths. It's called Strength Finder.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And like competition would be like your number one, guaranteed.
Competitive? Yeah, I know. I am a little competitive.
I I think it is. Yeah, I'm number one competitive.
I-
No, significance is your number one.
Well, you might be. Significance is probably your number one too, and then competitive is probably number two for you.
Yeah, I didn't ever think I was that
You know
competitive,
what?
but like now that I have kids, I see that I'm competitive because I am so competitive for them, not with them, but like for them, which is so strange. I never saw myself as competitive because I never was the best at anything. Like I can't believe I'm admitting this out loud. Because I think it's the confidence. I always had some confidence, so I would like act like I was the best, but I knew I really wasn't. Like I was never the best at dancing. I mean, Linda Lou would put me like on the back row, Linda Lou, and I'd be like, but I wasn't the best. I really wasn't the best at dancing. I wasn't the best cheerleader.
But how many dance competitions have you won though? You've won like several.
As an adult,
as a 30-something.
As an adult, I have won more competitions than I ever did as a child. Like, which is crazy.
You just won a dance competition.
I know I did.
Tell us.
I hate that y'all aren't in town for that.
I can't believe we missed it either. You won a competition. What was this competition?
I won Dancing with the Stars Youngsville edition. It's the first Dancing with the Stars they've ever done, and the Chamber of Commerce actually put it on.
Is that the first Dancing with the Stars you've won?
That is the only one.
It's a lip sync battle.
That was here in Monroe.
Oh wait,
with the Twin City Ballet Company.
Was it in Monroe or West Monroe?
But this is what's so ironic. This is like some irony. I'm just saying. But this is what happens in the Queen's world. I just wanted to put that out there.
Right.
Is the first ever lip sync battle that the Twin City Ballet put on. I was asked to be on. I was Lady Gaga, and I won first place.
You should run for office. Because, I
You
mean,
told me
that's
that
all
the other
very
night.
political, you know? I mean,
I think they really thought it was like rigged. Actually, it's funny you say that. In Sync
I'm
was
just
like,
kidding.
how much
To
money
the
did you pay
judges-
to win?
to the judges of both the lip sync battle and also the Youngsville Dancing with the Stars, I was kidding. I'm sure you.
But it was the first for both, and I won both first place. I'm just saying, if there's another city out there who needs to start something fresh, I will bring the energy. Just make me first place.
There you go.
But yeah, it was fun though. It was a good time. We had great turnout. The Chamber of Commerce raised a ton of money, and it was great for the community. So I live out in Youngsville, so I support the Youngsville Chamber and the community, obviously, because we have our store.
What do you think about Chambers of Commerce?
It's a great question because they asked me the same question on stage, and I don't know what I said, but I like the Chamber of Commerce. They actually asked me to join the board afterwards. So.
That's good. That's a compliment.
I like the Chamber of Commerce. I think
you should
are
join it.
a value
You should join the board.
to our community. I think I might actually. I thought about it.
How could Chambers of Commerce
Benefit from my knowledge.
How could they be better? Let's make them benefit from your knowledge right now.
Well, okay, let me tell you something that they actually did tell me. Okay, that they were putting an event on, right? And they were new to it. And when I got there, and I'm a little bougie and a little queenie, and so I'm like, I don't like how none of this is set up. Why am my table way back here? I raised the most money, and they're like, you should join our board. And I was like, I will. I absolutely will, because this is not set up properly. But it's only because I'm from Monroe, and y'all, y'all do a lot of events here, a lot. Youngsville's new to all of this, so they're not, they don't know what's actually going on. But I think the chamber can benefit from business owners a lot, with business owners who are invested in growth in their business. Does that make sense? Am I saying that right?
What is a Chamber of Commerce?
Do you not know what a Chamber of Commerce is?
I know what it is, but
are you not a part of your Chamber of Commerce
No,
in Monroe?
I am, but I write a check. I probably
Maybe
should
you should join the board.
More involved.
Mr. Politics.
I'm just trying to understand,
what they do.
20 and a 40.
What they do.
yeah, what does the chamber do?
Well,
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be aggressive with that question.
I know.
She just kicked me.
I understand your question because I actually had people ask me this as well, but I actually don't know because I'm not on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that they're there for new businesses. They support the new businesses. I do know that they are there for they put our businesses out and on the marketplace with social media and stuff.
If I had a business concern question, like uncertainty, needing direction, advice, if I went to my chamber, if I went to Youngsville Chamber and I'm opening a business in Youngsville and I'm going to join the chamber, am I going to get advice about what should I do given the residents in the market that exists in Youngsville?
I would think that they should be able to provide you that, but I don't have the answer because I don't sit on the board yet. Maybe I should be the president.
Or the queen?
The queen of
Let's
Youngsville.
call it the queen.
There we go. The queen of Youngsville.
Cheers.
Yep. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Okay, but if I do it, you have to do it. You have to sit on y'all's board too.
Whoa, I don't know if they want me on the board. They don't like lawyers. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, really?
I mean, just in general, we sue all their members.
Oh,
So
my God. Oh, raw.
did
raw.
I ever tell you the story about like my first date with Cassie?
No, I've heard about your first date for a couple of my friends, but never Cassie's.
So I'm gonna just let's go to the next topic. But anyway,
A chamber of commerce is local business owners that get together that typically sit on the board that promote all of their local businesses and
region for the
well, and
region.
the economy of their local area.
So
as
our
well.
Which is
local-
very important to the
let me
economy.
let me ask you this about
It
the
is.
Youngsville Chamber of Commerce. Did they just have? Wait a minute. Wait. Did the Youngsville Chamber of Commerce just have the U.S. Speaker of the House come to their function?
No.
Well, the Monroe Chamber of Commerce just had Mike Johnson.
So I think you should join the board because that sounds like you're way into the political world, which is what you're going for, right?
No, I'm not going for politics. No.
You wanted Cassie to be in politics.
Yeah, that would be great if she was in politics. Not me.
And then you told me I need to be in politics. Could you imagine me and Cassie being in politics?
That'd be awesome.
With our big hats.
So my first date with Cassie.
Oh, yeah. What do you have to say?
No, I was about to get us back on track, but could I had a question for you? But you go ahead.
Okay, all
We're
right.
already at 6:20. Do you want to watch him play some?
So my first.
I mean, I'm kind of having fun.
Okay. I know that we have.
We could probably wrap up in 10 minutes, though, if we get
Yeah.
busy.
I mean, like
Okay,
it's
you
fun.
focus.
All right.
She wants to watch her.
This is
No,
fun.
it's okay. It's okay. I'm okay. Yeah, it's all
This
all
is
good.
so fun.
Yeah.
Take it home to his family.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he has a family.
As
So.
much as John's paying, I can stay here all night. I may not get to shop Harry Stones for a few minutes,
Right?
but
Exactly.
But your wife will get to the shop, Aaron.
my wife will get to shop.
Is that on? That should be on record.
That is on the recording. I do. Do you mind if I interject and ask a quick question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So everyone at this table, Cassie, including yourself, we love to put out fires and to solve problems. I feel
Yeah.
like that's really what we all do for, like you asked earlier, what do we do for a living? I feel like that's really it. We just find fires and put them out. But
it.
you specifically, you're talking about going being the queen bee of the Youngsville Chamber of Commerce. You don't have time for that. I don't know you at all, but I just know.
You told me today that you knew me.
Well, I met you one time 2 years ago,
Okay, yeah.
but that's it. I thought you were somebody else when you walked in earlier. So it was I
You
thought,
thought I was Haley.
yeah, who's a 19-year-old girl at Tech. That's,
Thank you.
Look, you.
Yeah, at ULM. I saw your dog shirt. So at what point though? So I'm trying to get y'all back on track here.
I know,
okay.
sorry.
All right. So at what point you, with your busy schedule, running and accomplishing all that you're accomplishing, do you see these other fires that you need to put out, like a Chamber of Commerce issue, but you have to step back and say, like, no, I got to prioritize my business before I prioritize other people's businesses?
Oh, sure. That's a good question. And you are so right. Like, whenever you asked earlier, oh, you're the CEO, I do feel like one of the biggest jobs in the role that I have is putting out fires. There's something that's coming every single day. We have lots of employees, lots of vendors, lots of emails. And I feel like every single day, including today, there is something to burn out. And that is probably one of the biggest things you think when you sit in this seat, that you don't have those things, but we're the ones that everybody runs to. You know, we're the final. Like, we're the ones who it's like, we'll go to Hanna because she'll fix this, you know? And so it is frustrating, but it's also not at the same time, because I actually kind of enjoy that in a weird way. But to get back to your question is, I find, and to be clear, I am just joking about Queen. I don't want people to think that I'm not humble in
come
any
on.
sort of way.
No, you do not know. That's total BS. Total BS.
No, for real though. Like,
you do not have to. No.
I like to sit in my
It's
little
better
quiet
that you're
seat.
not humble. Like
I like to.
I need to be humble, but you should not be humble. Like you're allowed to be like a little bougie.
No,
you know,
No, I like being bougie, but I like to be a little, fair
there's
grounded.
no such thing as humble bougie. I mean,
Yes, there is. It's an avatar.
is it really? No. Yeah, there's no such thing. That avatar does not exist in life.
Humble bougie.
Humble
That's who
bougie.
I am.
Humble
Hannah,
bougie?
humble
What?
bougie.
I
Okay,
just
this is
like
where we fall
Rolexes,
short,
but
John.
don't look at it.
Get it back together again. Okay, so I find that I can actually prioritize my time based off of priorities. And that's how I schedule my time. Like, I will write down a list of things of what I need to do, and then I put them in a prioritized way, and I do time blocking. I do time blocking a lot. But you go back to your Chamber of Commerce question, and I am new to the Chamber of Commerce conversation, to be honest with you. It's not something that I've ever dug into. I call them every time I'm opening a new business, so then come cut my red ribbon. And truthfully, honestly, that's as far as I go. But after seeing what they did in Youngsville and what they did for our community and how they brought the community together, how much money they raised, where the money's going, because they do lots of sponsorships and scholarships and lots of things for local businesses. They put events together. I didn't really understand all that until recently, and so I was intrigued by it. But sure, like I did have a little moment where I wasn't quite satisfied in my CEO brain. I do look at details of things, and whenever you're used to seeing things fully detailed out, and then you go to a new situation that doesn't seem exactly detailed how I would prefer, I have things that I would say, but I'm not going to spend much time on that. Like, I'm not going to spend all my energy there. I'm just going to let them know where I sit, how I feel, and what I would prefer. And I literally left it up to them. Like, look, this is my advice. This is what I would do. This is what I would recommend. If you don't do it, no problem. I'll be fine with it. And we were. Like, they didn't actually meet all my expectations of whatever I wanted. But they did come back and say, hey, look, we've already set this in place. The stage is set. The speakers are set. The tables are set. But I would like you to be on the board next year because I like what you brought to the table. And I liked that answer. So I was like, it's totally okay. We're going to have fun no matter what. I'm going to win first place. It's going to be fun. They can sit over there in the back corner where you put all my people. And after we raised all this money for y'all, but it's fine. Put baby in the corner. I'm still winning first place. And next year I will let y'all know how to handle this.
I have to ask. So you went from like an associate level in my world.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
It's true.
Being like basically
A basic bitch.
a first year.
Yeah. A
you know?
basic bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like it more like.
I mean, I went from Oilfield. That was pretty basic bitchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you went from that to opening your own store with your family's help and guidance and love and support and prayers and your grandfather's checkbook.
Yes.
And then,
Love you.
yeah. You're, by the way, you're
To be clear though, I love that you threw that out, and it is very true. And I was given an amazing opportunity, but I paid him back every last dollar of that investment plus interest. I just want to
really
be clear
cool.
on that. I am very proud of that.
Leon is proud of that.
He is.
Yeah.
Yes. And I find it's not like I took his money and was like, thanks, boo.
No.
And, went
That's
and
the
sold
best
shoes.
part of the whole story.
Yeah, no, I was
Is that you
very
didn't
adamant
just
about that.
like what, like if you were like,
No, I'm not going to be I'm going to be honest though. I'd be like, Papa, I can't pay this month. And he'd be like, no worries, honey. But I did. I paid him. It was like the best bank ever. Like so negotiable. Like always understandable. But I did. I paid him every last dollar.
And
Plus.
that's the coolest part of the whole story. I mean, if you had just taken like if you were like some sort of like airhead that
Right. Who just wasted it
like,
all.
blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah,
Right.
yeah.
No, for sure.
But you didn't.
I didn't take his money and draw it into the deep end.
You took that first store,
That's
the
it.
second store, and
Let-
then you
let me-
built
Let me tell you what we
3
did.
other stores on top of that.
And I say we because it wasn't
Plus
just
an
me.
online.
That's it. I don't say me because it wasn't just me. It was we. But we took the opportunity, paid it all back, and was in a position pre-COVID to grow the business for ourselves. I didn't need my grandfather anymore. Like I had my own credit. I had my own way of getting what I needed to be able to grow. And that is rewarding. that is where I can say, like, I give him all the credit in the world. We all do. But we were able, to go through hard times, but we were also able to have very successful times as well. And get to a place where I was like, all right, it's time to expand again. Now I get it. Like, it took me 10 years, but I get it now, or however, 8. I think it took me 7, 8 years. And I finally got it, and I understood it, and I loved it. And I was like, okay, this is great. And from there, that's when we started growing. But we did that on our own, and that's exciting, and that's rewarding, right?
So my next question is going to be, what was the catalyst beyond like you just like planting your flag and saying, this is like my territory, this is my store, this is my business, this is my identity? Like, what was the thing that like catalyzed or caused all the growth from the second store to the third to the fourth to the fifth to the online?
I think I just saw more for the business. I saw more opportunity. I hear people say all the time, like, people move to Dallas or they move to Mississippi, Alabama, and we get messages all the time that say, oh my God, I wish there was a Herring Stones here. Like, I wish there was a Herring Stones in Baton Rouge. And then we have a customer who comes to me and literally was like, can we meet for coffee? I wish there was a Herring Stones in Houma. These opportunities came, and I'm not one to turn them down. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, yes, this is what I've been wanting. Yeah, okay, opportunity, you take. I'm a risk taker, always have been. I will take risks. Sure, I have flunked the risk, but I've also succeeded in the risk. It's part of the process, right? And so, for me, I think it's an easy yes. So we had it all goes to opportunity. Not everybody's given that opportunity, but whenever you have it, you take it. And I'm not one to like oversee that at all. Mm-hmm. What's weird about me, my Aunt Stephanie will agree with me if she's listening. When I say something that's in my brain out loud, I have to say it out loud, and I manifest it. And I don't even use the word manifestation, but like I just say it out loud. It like comes to life. And one thing I said way back when is I want multiple locations. I don't want to just settle for one. I want multiple locations. Another thing that is one of my deep rooted passions outside of what we do from day to day and serving the women in communities and, allowing people like Cassie to feel confident and beautiful and great about themselves when they're out in the public. One of my deep rooted passions is leadership and giving other girls opportunities that I was given. And that is where I see myself at 38 for my next 10 years, is giving other women opportunities to be a part of what I was given. I was given it because I was in the family. I was given it because I was born and raised in it. I was given it because I did have a grandfather who invested in me and who trusted me and who wanted the best for me at 22 years old, right? Everybody's not given that opportunity. But we're in a position now that we can give other people opportunities to own a clothing store with the Herring Stones name. And one of my next projects, would be consulting young entrepreneurs on how to start a business and how to do it the right way in a very short period of time. It took me 7, 8, 10 years to really understand how this business worked successfully. I've been through oil spills. We've been through economic crises. We've been through COVID. Y'all, that's what I skipped earlier. It was on my brain, but I didn't say it out loud. We opened Houma and Baton Rouge 4 months from each other. I had just had my second child. And no, that was the first child. Anyways, I can't remember. No, the second child was the e-commerce store. I don't know. There was babies involved. And that was pre-Harrington Kate, COVID was, right? So that was Luke. That was my first child. We opened Houma. And then 3-4 months later, we opened Baton Rouge location. 6 months after that, what came? COVID. So we were in the financial situation of a high where we were ready to go to our next growth level. And we invested in all of that. And then COVID hit. And I'm sure everybody in the world can relate to this, is things shifted. I mean, we were closed for 3 months. And then weirdly, we opened back up and the floodgates came through and it was like business you've never seen before. People were getting their stimulants checks. Money was rolling in.
Like totally out of the blue, right?
I mean, we were like chasing inventory to come in, right? For 18 months on this huge high. But we were also in a post-COVID stage where, you know, you had your PPPs and like things were like all the money was coming in from all the different directions.
People were scared to go out.
Sure. Like, and then normalcy came back and normalcy was different than pre-COVID. And so things shifted. Once again, we had to pivot and we had just opened 2 new stores and lots of pivoting, lots of changes, lots of tears, lots of just a lot. Lots of sleepless nights. I was back to that beginning stages of owning my own business in my 20s, like that gut-wrenching sleepless nights feel, right? And it was tough. And probably the past year and a half, we've finally got to like what normal needs to look like. And we've had to make lots of shifts, lots of adjustments, lots of cutbacks on operating expenses. And I've had to make lots of hard decisions in the past couple years. But as the CEO of the company, that's my job, is to figure it out, you know, is to figure out what we have to do and what moves we have to make. And I have scaled way back. We scaled up and I've scaled way back. But I'm in the situation now that we're ready to scale again, in a different direction that I'm very excited about. And so that's a TBD, but
wait, there's more.
There's a ... behind that.
So in this market, at least like what I'm aware of, and I don't know other markets, and I also don't know the clothing. I actually know the.
You should know the clothing.
I know the
very
female
well.
clothing.
Hey, I think I know your Amex by heart.
Yeah, you probably know my security code.
Just joking. I really don't, but.
But the
I actually don't do the ringing up, but but if I did, I'd probably memorize it. Like on the 30th of every month, I'd be like.
But I've noticed, at least in like this area, there's not like people just like opening up new boutiques every other week.
No, not right now.
There's like, I mean, I'm not trying to say there's no competition, but there's not a lot of competition in the space you're in.
Yeah.
At least in terms of brick and mortar.
Yeah. In like Baton Rouge area, we have lots of competition. In our Lafayette area, we have lots of competition. We have little competition in Youngsville, but it's a small town, so it can get saturated very quickly. Monroe, I do feel like it's
are you saying there's new stores opening up in those markets?
In the past couple years, there have been, but I do foresee some closures happening soon because of what I see. And I mean, that's just some things I know from the outside looking in. But let me tell you something about Homa is our Homa store is thriving right now because all the stores closed down. Like they couldn't survive it all post-COVID.
Yeah.
And so that store is doing really well because it's not saturated. And so, and our malls are shutting down.
Yeah,
like,
that's right. That's
the
really
malls are gone. Like they're non-existing at this point, you know?
Like, I don't know. I don't want to name but like McRae's and other
McRae's.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, that was like 100 years ago.
I know, but
use something more current, like Macy's or something.
What's
like
another?
McRae's.
What's another?
Do you
store
remember how to spell that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, me either.
But there's like stores that are like teetering on the edge. I'm not trying to name names, but like,
right. No, I understand what you're saying though,
like
for sure.
They're clearly
and that
struggling.
does give the boutique world a one up. But I think right now, like people just aren't spending like they once were. And so we're trying to get used to what is the spending going to be like. And that, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, that's what you have to get down to is what is it going to be like? And then you have to adjust accordingly because you can always get more inventory. You can always add more payroll. You can always add more expenses. But like it's taken me a while to get to the level we are now to maintain what we need to do to stay afloat and to continue what's next, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I do see another growth opportunity for Herringstones. And it was a gut sucker punch to make some very hard pull back the Band-Aid. I think I've actually ripped the Band-Aid off at this point. I mean, and just to give the audience a little bit of a clue of what I'm talking about is during COVID, we had such a huge growth of our online business because people were sitting on the couch shopping loungewear. And we jumped on board. And I mean, that was a great business for us for 3 years that I jumped in, I expanded our e-commerce business. And then when things shifted and I saw the shift, I wish I would have shifted a little bit quicker, but it was a slow shift back. There's still e-commerce stores who are just in the tug right now. And I have friends and colleagues who are in it. And I know the adjustments that they've had to make to stay afloat. But the online world is challenging now post-COVID. It was popping off for businesses like us right after the COVID months because we would shift quickly.
Yeah.
But now you're competing with your Amazon, your Temu. Like,
Well, but see, to me, like the big thing that, and I don't know if this works for all of your avatars, but the big thing that I see that's why I kind of asked you what your offering was, is that people go to you because
service.
yeah, it's not the product.
That's correct. You're exactly right.
Like we could have
probably just said that in the first 5 minutes and just call this over.
Yeah, but it's not the product. It's
That's right.
It's the
it's the experience.
It's the experience.
Yeah, and Amazon doesn't give you the experience.
Like,
or
girl,
Temu doesn't give you the experience. Dillard's doesn't give you the experience.
That looks great on you. Like,
yeah.
You can't get that from Temu.
Well, and it's more of like, hey, Cassie, welcome in. You know, like, you want to go next door to see what we just pulled out the boxes?
Yeah. And it's, you're not going to get
She's
that.
like, yes, I want to know everything out the box. I want it to be coming off the UPS truck and get those scissors out and let me know what's in that box.
And don't let anybody else have
and
it.
nobody see that extra small first. That 00.
Yeah.
No, for real though. Yeah, no, you're right though. And I think that's what, that's what we have, a customer journey, and that's what we train again. Now, I will say we have expectations for our 5 locations for a top-notch customer service journey that we harp on every single week. And it's important to us, from the core and from our founders, who's Debbie and Cindy, and for me as well, of what that is and the values that are held in place. And what I've learned most recently, and this is a whole different subject line, is who you employ have to meet those values as well. And that's what I was going to get into about avatars, is once you really understand the avatars, and like an Erin who works for us as a district leader, she really understands our avatars. She's starting to do my training for me. And she's like, Hanna, we also have avatars for our stylists, because our stylists have to understand.
She's been on that ChatGPT too,
Of course she has. Of course. But our stylists have to have the right avatar as well to understand who our avatars are. And it's important that we hire the right people to serve an it girl or to serve a bougie bestie, because if we don't hire the right personality to serve our bougie besties who are coming in for shopping retail therapy, then they're not going to get served the way that our expectations are. Mm-hmm. And that's part of our hiring struggle right now, especially after post-COVID, because a lot of these younger girls who tend to be who we employ aren't social because they were out of the classroom.
They're like looking at their phone.
That's it. They're on the tablets.
Yeah.
And it is so hard to train a personality. I can train anything else. We can train you how to style. We can train you all of our SOPs. We can train you on how we do everything in our business. But the one thing that we cannot train is a personality. And that has been one of the hardest things in this current marketplace to find, is a personality that fits our core values, that fits our avatars. And that is something that we just had a conversation long ago, is that we are not going to stop until we figure out who those right people are. And, they're ever changing, but we always hope that our core customers understand who we are at the core and at the brand level, and as the family valued business, to understand that sometimes we're going to have employees who come in who don't quite fit the mold that we're looking for. But it is something that we are constantly searching for. And it is probably one of our hardest challenges at this particular moment, is finding the right people to that fits that personality.
I guess they can't all be
Me.
the queen,
That's it. I mean, if everybody was queen and princess, we would just make the world go round and round. Oh gosh, this was fun, John.
Thanks for coming.
So good.
I'm glad that you were in town. we've had a great time hanging out.
This has been a fun week.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not moving back, but it's been a really fun week. But I mean, school kicks off next week. I think this is great for the kids. They got to go to Neville cheer camp and St. Fred's football camp.
I mean, it's kind of been an introduction for your kids to the local area schools.
That is true. So that they
And
have
I think
friends
they've
when they come in
enjoyed
town
themselves.
in the summer.
They've enjoyed themselves.
They have.
That's all I'm saying.
And all they need is a couple of friends every time they come in town to go to the Mac Club or the Country Club.
I mean, the Mac is like, have you seen the Mac? I mean, it's
Cassie took the kids today and she said it was great.
popping. I mean, it's like,
You know
resort.
that Amy was, I call her Amy Green because that's how I know her. But she
Hayward.
was my sorority sister in Kappa Delta at ULM. I love her. She's one of our customers. She's been a customer of ours for years. And then Joey Trappe,
Joey was,
he knows Jared from back in the day because he's from New Iberia.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
I didn't know that Jared and Joey knew each other from
Back in the day.
way down south.
That's it. Yep.
But that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
Joey probably would know everybody
Of course he would.
everywhere he's ever
He's
lived.
the one who should go into politics.
Oh, he already is a politician. I mean, he's like,
He's done so well. I'm
he
so
is-
proud of him.
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, and so is
So
Holly.
good.
Yeah.
Yes, they are such a great family.
Well, is there anything
I
else?
would want to be their next door neighbor if I did move here.
Well, we can make that happen for sure. Actually, there's a lot. I happen to know where they live. There's a lot right next door to their house.
Really?
That's undeveloped.
See, I like to look for signs.
Yeah, I mean-
if it would have said 111 right now, I'd be like, this was it.
If we keep talking, it probably will be one. But I'm so glad that you came in. I'm glad that you're here in town. I'm
I
glad
feel like
that
this is
you're.
going to be your longest podcast
No,
that you're going to have on your little channel.
no, there's no way. Because I like to talk.
Me too, obviously.
I like to listen. I'm a good listener, though.
I don't know.
And here's
I
what
feel
I've
like
heard.
you squirrel more than I do. And I'm a squirreler.
Well, with that, I think we should sign off and say thank you, Hannah, for.
Thanks, John and Briscotta Law Firm. I love your place, by the way. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
From sitting in the desk next to you in all those marketing places to sitting at this fun little table right here with a fancy bottle of Italian wine.
Hey, if it weren't for your dad, we wouldn't have these glasses that have my
Hey,
logo on them.
hey, I mean, let me ask you the final last question.
Okay.
My dad or Cassie's dad?
For sure, Cassie's dad.
It's a hard toss up there.
No, for sure, Cassie's dad. But that's not because your dad. I mean,
Chill my
now
mom
if your
out.
dad had been Cassie's dad, like my credit card bill would be like way more under control.
That is true. That is true. My dad definitely knows how to control the credit card
Yeah.
limits.
Her dad, not so much.
That's why I love it. See, I feel like we should have switched, actually.
Wait a minute.
That was a joke, Dad. I would not switch you to change the world. I really would not. Your dad does have a good little limit, though. Or no limit.
I have no idea.
I don't think he has a
See?
limit.
No, she has no idea.
I don't think he has an idea either.
She has no idea.
She has no
Yeah,
idea.
what is that? That means
Which
she's
is the
never,
problem.
She's never hit that limit.
Which is the problem.
Ask her if she's hit the limit with me.
Have you hit the limit with John? Has it gone decline? Never. Never. Way to go, John. See, it's this office right here on the corner.
He means that he'll just.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
He's like, if he has.
Ask her if I've ever exploded like a
she
nuclear
gets in trouble.
warhead.
Well, you didn't ask it the right way.
In trouble, like, then I'll cry.
Then you start crying. Oh, you should call me.
Avenue.
No,
He's
it's
like,
not. It's not a deal where she needs to call you. It's a deal where she's like,
It's time to rein it in.
yeah.
I've never
she's-
gotten in trouble with herringstones. I got in trouble with Lauren Roebuck.
Oh,
Yeah, shout out to Lauren.
guess.
Shout out to Lauren Roebuck.
yeah, I guess. Hey, but your
Holy
house
shit.
looks amazing. So good. Well, it's okay. Jared doesn't even know what I spent on a credit card, so. In fact, no, I'm not even gonna go there. 'Cause-
We should open an heirloom. I think.
No, it's a herringstones. Remember, I
Herringstones.
told
Oh,
you.
we're
I already
getting rid
gave
of
you the 4 we're on.
heirlooms gone.
I've told you the 4 we're merging.
You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They work
We
too
should
hard.
open a herringstones.
They work way too hard.
Y'all want to lease some space though? We'll find a building to lease.
No, I want to own the space for someone else to lease.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
with your money. Okay, John. It was good. I think we got to go to
Cheers.
football practice.
Let's go to
It's
football
football
practice.
practice time.
All right. Cheers.
Okay.